Hello everybody, welcome back to Derelict History. You're joining me here tonight at a property that's pretty close to a potter's field and also really close to police academy. So this is a stealth camp for sure, but this is a pretty beautiful area. There's nothing but butterflies flying around, grasshoppers, wildflowers everywhere. We will not have to worry about we won't have to worry about anybody seeing the fire tonight or anything like that, because I sat back pretty far in here and trust me, it was a bear getting here, even with the derelict buffalo. If you're going up a hill eating up some off-road and you come to a stop, it just falls over, and it's terrible getting back up on its feet, but it does. So there's plenty of pathways, off-road pathways going through here. This way into this area is blocked off by a fallen tree, but there's a pretty accessible path this way. It's pretty much paved. That looks like gravel there, but further up it looks like it turns to pavement. And it goes all the way through. Not sure what this building was. It's got a, before we get to that, we got plenty of firewood. I won't have to go looking. Look at all this. Firewood for years. But I'm not sure what this building was. It's got an address on Google Maps. And more than likely, it's going to be where we're going to have to put the hammock, because there ain't nowhere else to put a hammock here. I'm just going to set it up between these two poles here. Yeah, up between that one and this one here. Should be a pretty cool little camp spot. Oh, there's a little toad. Oh my lord. A little toady boy. Oh, I didn't know I was that close to squishing him. I was going to try to save him. But you better get out of here. I come walking through here tonight sipping on my whiskey. Oh yeah. But yeah, so we're going to do some stealth camping tonight. We're going to do a live video tonight. You guys will see that before you'll see this. And yeah, see if this ain't a good camping spot. I certainly don't expect there to be anything haunted out here, or paranormal, I should say. It could always be something paranormal. That doesn't mean it's a ghost. It's just above the normal, out of the norm, paranorm. Grasshoppers everywhere. Well, yeah, guys, got the fire pit set up. I got the chairs, or the chair, the TV, the table. Still got some stuff on the bike to unload, tripod, hammock. Brought the rain fly just in case it rains, but I don't think it's going to rain. Don't look like it is. The hammock I got, that raw hammock, it doesn't come with a rain fly. It's just open roof netting, so you got to buy that separate. Alright guys, I'll get back with you. I'm going to sit here and rest for a little bit because the old buffalo kicked my arse. So I'll see you in a second. just heard a car door. But I've heard gunshots and everything out here. Nothing made me think of a car door until that one. Now guys, this is a wild place. It's pretty out here in the hills on the edge, on the very edge of Dayton. And let's see, what would that be? I'd have to look it up. Anyway, it's on the edge of Dayton and Moraine. I don't know what follows after that, but yeah, we're pretty far out here. And we're up on a hill slash mountain type situation. I call it a hill because we are in Ohio, southwestern. But yeah, what I was getting to, my point was there may be some wild shit out here. Like, I ain't never heard that shit before. I think I heard a coyote over there. It doesn't worry me none. I'm used to all that shit besides that one noise. But the bears, there could be bears out here. When we showed up here, this place was covered in butterflies frolicking and circling, about to mate, and grasshoppers everywhere. It was like a freaking wonderland. Toads hopping around. I mean, shit. People don't come out here that much, so even though there is a bunch of dirt tracks going in through the woods, they must not stay too long. But you know, they're starting to say that there is bears and wildcats coming into Ohio, right where we're at. Black bears. I know that ain't no grizzly bear, but still, something we ain't used to, or at least these here city folk ain't. I ain't never messed with no bear myself, but yeah, once the sun goes down and the predators start moving, get a little dicey out here. And I dropped my mace out there where I dropped the bike, so I'm gonna have to go out in the morning and find that. All I got is, let me find it. This good old 6-inch knife given to me by my buddy JD. He's no longer alive, but I'll have it for as long as I can hold it. And then when I can't hold it, I'll put it in a drawer. So I take that everywhere. Brought my taser, but it's dead. I don't know how. Must have been sitting in the pocket shocking me. That may be what's wrong with me. Yeah, so we got the pocket knife, so if something goes down, it's going to be hand-to-hand combat. I got some 40% DEET. That's going to be mainly used on the mosquitoes. I doubt it'll do anything to a mammal. It could burn their eyes. I tell you, it burns the shit out of me sometimes. Messed my wrist up again today. The other day when I tried to do a revisited video on Morning Star. I need to stop going to these places loaded down there on the bike, and I've never been to them, just thinking I'm going to get there. It's like butter. That ain't how it works. Went to Morning Star. I was going through this clearing in the trees and didn't see this rut and got the back tire stuck and dumped the bike. Had to pick it up, messed my wrist up then. That was Saturday night. This is oh shit, that was Friday night. This is Sunday night. So yeah, this will be the third camp out solo I've done this week. I get to a lot more places, like the Hare Arena, a lot more places that are boarded up and hard to get to than Wade, because he's just sketchy on shit like that, you know. He don't like going out there. He's always going out to places like that. He's always sketched out and worrying about this and that. I don't worry. If I see a no trespassing sign, I don't worry. You know, that just means there's something good in there that somebody don't want you to see. And I ain't gonna take nothing. I don't steal. I don't destroy nothing. I go in, get the video. I may pick a few things up. You know, I got ADHD and curiosity and whatnot. But I set it down. I get out, and I feel so accomplished. When you get out of these places and you got that in your data bank, you got that video in your SD card, you're a winner. You done it. Let's go. No harm, no foul, you know. What harm have I done? All I did was take photographical memory of this shit, or documented it with a camera, and one day somebody's going to appreciate it. And maybe that old guy used to take care of it and run people off and didn't want none of that. Now look, he's probably 80 years old. The place he used to work at's gone, and now look, he gets to see this, or gets to see that stuff. This ain't one of them places. Hey, that's that Bluetooth speaker. Not listening to me again. But yeah, this is how we do it, guys. We get in it and we win it. I'm gonna get Wade up here, hell or high water. Put that goddamn car somewhere. Alright guys, I don't think firefighters are coming. I'll get back with you in a little bit. This fire ain't big enough. Look at it. Look at this shit. What the? The log ain't caught yet. We're gonna get it to catch. Alright guys, be back in a little bit. Alright guys, here's what we got to eat tonight. We got some good old Queen City hot smoked sausage. Doesn't get any better than that, I tell you. Got some Fagos. We got the milk. Always drink milk. Always bring the milk. Never forget it. We got water. Got the old Fireball. So hell yeah. I'm gonna fry those up here in a little bit. Gotta stoke the furnace so we can sleep. We'll probably head out about, I don't know, probably about 5:30, 6 at the latest. I gotta head out right by the cop shop, so I want to be out of there. I thought because it was Sunday, wouldn't nobody be there. It's actually the police academy. Oh no, I heard machine guns firing, pistols. They're there. So I know they're going to be there tomorrow. But yeah, heard a couple noises over this way in the woods, which is to be expected. That's where all the woods are. The street's that way, but there's still a good football field or more worth of woods and wilderness that way too. Yeah, we're out here. But we ain't scared.
So cute. But I don't know, something's off.
Of course, there's things here at night that aren't here in the day.
He's naturally yellow over time.
But hell,
what's up?
That's what we're here for. Alright guys, we're gonna go ahead and set up the hammock for it. It's too late. So I got it. hung. I'm gonna show you where I'm gonna put it. I don't know if oh yeah, I did show you guys this earlier. Yeah, right here between this pole and that pole. And watch out for these toads. I don't want to hurt them. You guys didn't know I love my amphibians. I don't like hurting. And my reptiles. Alright. guys, just sitting here listening to the crickets and the cicadas and the frogs. Relaxing, listening to the fire, watching a little bit of Beverly Hillbillies. Every time it's something new, I know. Gonna let you guys in on a little of what I think about certain ghost hunting equipment. Like, for example, certain voice recorders, like the Panasonic DR60. You see one of the biggest ghost hunting crews. I'm not going to say who it is, on Travel Channel, or used to be Travel, now Discovery, use it all the time. This is a recorder from the late 90s to early 2000s. Its integrated chips, and that's what it uses to record its data on, is absolutely wore out. Even if it wasn't ever used, it sat there for 25 years, not being used, and that's possibly even worse. So what happens is every time they do an EVP session and they push record and they start talking, asking all the questions, once they finish asking the questions, the software in that recorder has a hard time stopping from that conversation to going to straight silence. So what happens is, if you notice, every time after they ask a question, you get this rah, or this it's not a voice. I've heard a few voices out of them that did blow my mind, but very few and far between. And that was like in 2004. But it's always it's always that, and that's because it is trying to step down from the voice it's trying to step down from the audio clip of your voice back down to the background noises. And in that process, with that worn out chip, you get terrible shit. It's not real. Guys, wake up. Anyway, another one is EMF meters. You know, I got a digital one, and it's really sensitive, and it'll show you from 1.00, you know, it shows you down to the decimal. That's more accurate to me, that one. Now the normal K2s that everybody uses, you know, take it or leave it. I'm going to tear apart each piece of evidence that's given to me from it, but I'll take what it gives me into consideration. But just like Jason Hawes once said, you cannot base a place being haunted off of an EMF meter. All these tools we use are usually made for people like electricians or some other job. We've just, you know, repurposed them for our own hobby here. And then a lot of them are handmade by ghost hunters, like Gary Galka. What's another one? It's getting too late for me, but yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that one, but I really am. Oh yeah, and here's another one. Freaking spirit talker, the spirit whatever on the cell phones. That is a no-go. I wonder what that is. You see that light up there? It's a plane. Anyway, that's a no-go, guys. The only thing, a cell phone, you should not be ghost hunting. If you guys are trying to approach this field in a scientific manner, you should not be using anything that connects to the internet. No. And another thing is, you shouldn't be using wireless static cameras. They used to be a no-go. They used to be, because there could be loss of data through the transmission. You don't want that, especially with ghost hunting. You could miss a whole voice. You can miss an apparition just because something was buffering through the airwaves. They used to be a no-go, but you know, the group I grew up watching, they started using them in 2014 or something like that. But I guess it's the convenience. Say we're doing big properties. We're talking bigger than life. Waverly and Penhurst and all that. But yeah, guys, the cell phone thing, I watch a few YouTubers couple from England or United Kingdom. They probably know I'm talking about them because I've done commented. Look at that, man. Those things ain't proving nothing. They have what they do is they have a predetermined dictionary that it runs through randomly at different times. And, you'll never catch the pattern. And for all we know, the dang thing could be listening to what you're saying, and it can wait an hour, hour and a half, spit it back at you. The next thing you know, you're saying, oh, you know what? An hour ago, I asked this, and now look what it's saying. Get out of here. Can't trust it. We're trying to prove, listen, guys, we're not ghost hunters trying to become some kind of paranormal scientists. No. What it's like right now in the field of science, there is no proof. No proof. In the field of science, you're supposed to be able to do an experiment, get results, and repeat those results. And that's very hard in the paranormal world, as you know. So that one day, we can prove that these things exist, because they do. I grew up seeing them. Wade has seen them. My mom, everybody in my life has experienced something with the paranormal, so you can't tell me that it doesn't exist, especially when I've seen the shit myself. The only time you guys are going to catch us doing a spirit box is if we are half cock lit and we're making fun of it, I'll tell you. So I'll sit there and I'll play it, and the thing is, most of them you need to pay for it. What do you think that is? Yeah, I had to pay what? This was years ago. This was like probably 2015. Paid $70 for the spirit box. Never regretted it. Now it's like 190. Let's see if you guys can see what I can see. I see eyes inside this tree. See if I can hit it just right. I'll tell you when I see him. It's right there. And that's a good, you see those leaves rustling around in the middle? That's where I saw them. There it is. There it is. There it is. You see those eyes? I think it's a possum. See those trees rustling up there? Right there. Pretty sure it's a possum. Pretty sure it's a possum, guys. So over here somewhere, right there, dead ahead, right there is an entrance to the woods. Over here is an entrance to the woods. The frog over there. By entrance, I mean like off-road vehicles like to go through there. And then over here is another entrance right around the corner there. There's an old building there. Probably only 2 foot left of the walls around it. There ain't much. Got the old fire roaring. Like Garth Brooks and his thunder. Still ain't had no visitors. No off-road people. That's good. That's always good. Crazy ass critters. Alright guys, just got into the hammock. Just sitting here trying to cool off, watching a little All in the Family. I haven't really heard anything, and I'm glad. But If we do, I'll try to turn this camera on as quick as possible. But if it's that critter that Wade's seen, I don't know if I have enough time. I'll just have to start getting stabbing. Yeah, we're just gonna sit here, relax, cool off, watch some TV, and hopefully get some sleep. Pretty quiet out here. A lot more quiet than Central, old Route 25. Those red damn woods had deer crawling everywhere. Alright guys, I'll get back with you here in a little bit. Gonna probably be up most of the night watching TV. It's 1 o'clock now. I'll probably be up on and off till 3 or 4. And then probably sleep till 5:30. I'll probably sleep tomorrow, more than likely. Yeah, you guys gotta get you a hammock if you ain't got one yet. They're killer. Pop up anywhere, you got 2 trees pretty much. If you get you a tent hammock, then it's like a bivvy tent too that can lay on the ground, but I wouldn't recommend laying down if it's raining outside, because this ain't waterproof. This is very thin, but it's reinforced with strands of fiber, some type of fiber. So it's super strong. This is a 2-man hammock, believe it or not. Hold 500 pounds. It would be uncomfortable, let me tell you. Well, good morning, everybody. It is 5:05 in the morning. Looks like 2:02. But yeah, I didn't hear nothing else last night. You know, we didn't get much sleep. I slept on and off. Tired total, and maybe got an hour and a half. A couple minutes and make some coffee. Alright guys, we're gonna make some coffee. Nestle Cafe. Ugh. Yeah, at this point it's just powder. It's just powder at this moment. We've been rolling around in the book bag for a while. Here's the old first cup of coffee. First cup of Joe. Gotta set her down. She's getting a little hot. That's all that's left of last night's fire. She's still smoldering. If you were cold, just stand right next to it. You get a pretty good warm up. Good show. gonna go ahead and pause this again. Finish my coffee, finish packing up. Alright guys, so that was my night camping at this beautiful area, open area, where people like to go 4x4ing. And right next, here's the woods that are right next to Stony Hollow Road, where Wade's seen that creature back in the late 70s. And I've also talked to somebody else in my family that's also seen weird shit out there, so pretty crazy. Alright guys, till next time, here's the video of me headed out. Hopefully we make it. Campsite's just 50 feet behind me. I didn't go too far before realizing I wasn't recording.